Huge beat on EPS and revenue for Amazon. It is up 6%.
$34.4 billion versus $131.5 billion. So beat there as well. And let me tell you as well, net sales for the current quarter expected to be between $138 and $143 billion. We'll get you some comparisons for that, and we'll also dig into some of the other numbers, especially AWS, which is so critical. But initial reaction from investors is good, as it's a beat on the top and bottom line. Back to you.
All right, Dee, thanks. George C., it looks like they're saying AWS segment sales up 12% year over year to $22.1 billion. Is that the most important number here, or is there something else, margins perhaps you're looking at? Also, it looks like the operating income that they're guiding to between 5.5 and 8.5 billion should reassure some people who might have wondered if we're going through an investment cycle here.
Yeah, if you look at the way Amazon and Apple and Microsoft and all the big heavyweights manage the street, it's really kind of like a symphony. They manage it so well and manage expectations to where when they produce, unless something really goes wrong for them, they outperform and the stock gets a
too, especially North America segment sales looks like increased 11%, international segment 10% year on year, and that.
This is a story where expectations for Amazon were probably the lowest of any of the Magnificent Seven coming into this print, and AWS definitely was important. I think people felt that going from 30% growth to 20% to expectations were 10% for this time around. I think a lot of people thought this is just going to go through the floor eventually. I think what this print has showed is that they've troughed already in terms of AWS growth. I think we have some back half of the year growth to look forward to, and I think the margin story is probably what's getting more interest. Once we see if we see signs that retail margins ticked up, as well as AWS and the growth prospects there, I mean, that's going to make people look at the stock again.
George, it's interesting. It looks like the street was expecting around, 138 billion for Q3 revenue, and that's the low end of the guide here of 138 to 143. Has the street been sleeping on Amazon? Maybe still, when it comes to AI, there's been a lot of talk about Microsoft having the lead, even though Amazon's talking about Bedrock and, their plans there for AI and models. People still seem to be talking more about Microsoft and even Google. Do they have a chance here with these results to shift the narrative?
That's what they're trying to do, and I think they're doing it very effectively. I'd go back to my orchestration comment that these big companies know how to manage the street and expectations just brilliantly. It's really fun to watch them do it so well, and I've been celebrating on Amazon all year. I was buying the stock in October and November of last year. I just don't want to celebrate too long. We've already had about a 55% move this year, which has been remarkable for a 6 to 7 month period, and going forward, it's going to get harder.
Eric, want to get your thoughts on Amazon when it comes to AI, because it says here in the release you have some commentary about.
This is great news for the consumer and may indicate a recession is not near. Let me know what you think.